There you go. Jason Jackson with the call last night on 560 WQAM as the Miami Heat moving on to the NBA Finals.
First game Thursday?
First game is on Thursday, dude.
Wow, they got a quick turnaround. Unlike
Denver's just been sitting around.
No, unlike the Panthers.
Oh, Panthers have just
Saturday.
been sitting around. Finally, we're going to take on Vegas. Won 6-0 yesterday. Dude,
can I just tell you, that was the only anticlimactic game at that point of a series of all the sports, right? I mean, the Heat game was, but the build up to
yeah. I see what you're saying.
where that series had gone, you never thought you'd just see a 6-0 blowout.
This is crazy, dude. Two teams playing for the championship.
Hold on, let's break this down. This is what you've experienced. Here's why sports is great, right? And here's why you got to pay attention, because you never know when you're going to be a part of something in your life you may never go through again. Two basketball teams made it to the Final Four in South Florida.
Mm-hmm.
FAU and Miami. The women's team made it to the Elite Eight. The Panthers squeak into the playoffs and are in the finals.
Mm-hmm.
And the Heat.
You forgot something.
Yeah, you forgot Nova Southeastern, bro.
Well, no, I wasn't even going to say that, but yes, you did forget Nova Southeastern.
Southeastern.
That being said, also, don't forget when you say the Panthers part that they ended Boston season 2.
Oh, yeah. And then the Heat lost the play-in game.
Yep.
Was down 13.
They got bullied by Clint Capella.
Right.
And we're down like 8 with 3 minutes left and against Bulls.
Yes. And we are now sitting here reveling in some of the greatest month of basketball and hockey that we will ever see.
It's
insane.
insane.
You will not see this again because it's only happened one other time.
This is crazy. It's like but like I don't know what was the other time. The other time was New Jersey.
Was it New Jersey and
what? No, New Jersey had the Nets and
the Nets and the Devils.
Knicks had 94 was Knicks Rangers.
Okay, so we're talking years ago. Here's the thing that's like 2 8 seeds, dude.
2 8 seeds.
2 8 seeds.
2 8 seeds.
2 8 seeds that had to claw their way here.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Well, the Heat did a little more clawing during this process than the Panthers.
Except
not really. The first series.
So
because they came back from 3-1.
So is Boston Kaseya Garden?
Yeah, that's our house. That's our house, dude.
Remember they said it was the Garden South?
Well, that's what we call. That's when I want to make fun of.
No, it's now the FLA Live Kaseya Center.
You're right.
Up north.
You're right because the Panthers beat the Bruins.
That's their house now.
Wow, in the same building, right?
Yup.
Same building.
So anything that has Miami or Florida on it,
dude,
they go
all that.
have,
Dude, that's where we go in the summer. That's the summer vacation house.
South Florida owns 2 other states now. Texas, because remember, UM beat Houston and Texas to get to the Elite Eight. I mean, to the Final Four.
Mattress Mac,
right? Mattress Mac. He had to suffer for that, and now the Panthers and the Heat beat the Bruins and the Celtics.
And Koepka.
Can I just say this?
Yeah, you
gotta mention Koepka.
Can I just say this? Not for nothing. I don't want Boston. You know what we do if we fishing? Throw them back in. I'm just saying.
You're like, I'll pass on that city.
You ask me to be a black man and say I own Boston? No.
Let's go out to the phones.
I want nothing to do with them.
Chapo.
Tobin.
Chapo.
Leroy.
Chapo. Let me ask you a question.
Yes, sir.
How did you enjoy the game? Because I got to tell you.
I'm going to be honest. Go ahead.
I got to tell you. It's something. You drink a little bit more when the game is at comfortable, right? When you ain't got to sweat.
Oh, yeah.
You ain't got to sweat nothing.
I drank a lot more after the loss.
I was about to say, ask Tobin about that because he's going to say he drank more after Saturday.
I drank a lot. My wife goes, hey, where'd all the beers go in the fridge? I'm like, game 6. Game 6 is where they went.
Game 6.
Bro, I ain't gonna lie. I was with Vlad and Dan Day over the weekend just talking. Whew, I was down bad after Saturday. I ain't gonna lie, but we had the guts. So, couple quick things. Got Goosey's on top of Goosey. We're going to the finals. But I don't know if y'all caught this. Jimmy in the post game, they kept asking him the same questions. I don't know who it was. It might have been Nick Friedel or Ira even. They
Probably
said,
Friedel.
yeah, they were like, oh, these undrafted role players. He said, stop. These are my teammates. These aren't role players. These are my teammates.
That was Goosey's.
And Goosey's. Also, Cerebral Jimmy. I don't know if anybody else caught this. Nobody saw what hat he had on. St. Louis Browns hat. That's Jason Tatum's hometown. He's petty for that.
Oh, wow.
Petty for that.
Wow.
Also, team photo at the middle of the court. I don't know if you guys seen the clip. Spo said, hey, everybody move back so they could get the Celtics logo in the picture. Petty for that.
Well, Spo goes out.
Petty for that.
Spo goes like he gives all this praise to the Celtics. It was very nice. He goes, but you guys know how my boss feels about Boston, and I make sure my team feels the same way.
And that was my last thing. Pat Riley with the Goosies. He said, look, we got the flight booked to Denver only. If y'all lose, you're walking home. Let's go. That's Goosies. And the last thing for you guys, I got to get off the line. I know you guys are busy, but we're going to the finals, baby.
Oh, the pots and pans. It was awesome yesterday watching the celebrations in the streets yesterday.
Hey,
People were so happy.
I got to tell you, it's. I've only been on the other side of that.
Mm-hmm.
I know how Boston feels. I don't know how the Heat feel, but yeah, man. And Jimmy, he just keeps needling them.
I love
on
it.
the way out.
I love it.
On the way out. You know what? I think they've preached this all year about guys having roles and being able to not have to get ready because you stay ready and all these things.
Haywood Highsmith.
But I would say this. I hate the narrative that everybody makes an undrafted player feel like he doesn't have talent to play in the NBA. Right? Because that's kind of the when you think of when people keep mentioning that to these guys, you're insinuating that they were never any good.
Right.
And that's the thing that I have a problem with, because sometimes the circumstances of your career and who brings you in doesn't fit.
Well, you talked about this with Philly, right? And like how the accepting of losing is for top guys. But think about Gabe Vincent's development with the team. Started in the bubble, didn't play, but he was around the bubble. And you think about Caleb Martin not playing in Game 7 last year, but he was on the team. They made sure the standard conference so they could have him for the playoffs. What that must do, because you know what these guys, which I think is going to pass down for Nikola Jovic. I think will be, for these guys, you're around that stuff at all times. That's the standard.
The competitiveness, the standard in which you go out and play and not complain and just outwork everybody and whatever. And oh, by the way, we know you're talented. And so what we're going to tell you is the only way you can get off of this court is if you have an open shot and don't take it. Now imagine empowering a player like that who couldn't get a shot in his previous team. So no, but I don't like the narrative that, oh, look at all these walk-on guys. You insinuating they're not professional players. You're assuming they have no talent.
I don't know how the rest of the league honestly doesn't look at the Heat and say like, how come we're not doing it like this? How are we not
why,
guys?
You know who ruined it? You know who ruined it? LeBron. Right? Because and to some extent Pat Riley. Because they used to always just get rid of young players. LeBron doesn't want to play with young players. So when you look at some of the guys he played with when he first got to the Lakers, or with Cleveland, when he went back to Cleveland, look at some of those guys in the league now. They're productive guys. They're guys who really Andrew Wiggins, right? They can play. And you just shunned them because I don't want to play with young guys. And I think the Heat kind of it had a lot to do with the money early on, because remember they were that whole LeBron, and once that was over, they were up against it, and they decided that they weren't going to go over the cap. So guess what you got to do? You got to take this approach. But to make the comments of undrafted player and the mind and what people think when you say that takes away from the hard work, the talent that these guys have. And I hate it. That everybody's the first thing they say when they talk about the Heat. All these undrafted guys. Oh, really? Caleb Martin was undrafted. Why couldn't a team that had 2 All-NBA players, a defensive player of the year, why couldn't y'all stop him? He was more than just undrafted player.
How unbecoming was it when Marcus Smart got away with that flop on Jimmy?
Oh my goodness!
I was like,
that charge.
Oh, I was so pissed. I was like, this is what you've resorted to, Marcus?
Remember they used to give penalties for embellishment.
Oh, he needs a fine, dude. That dude.
Oh, they're gonna do it. No, they're gonna bring it back now.
That
really?
Yeah, that dude. It was crazy. All right, see everybody on hold. I will get to you guys. We gotta take a break. We're back after this. Hey, give another update from the Demesman and Dover Law Firm, youraccidentattorneys.com. Free consultation 24/7. Call up at 866-954-MORE. Can you tell what is the forecast of Boston Tears? What, like, raining forecast? How's that looking? Is that let me know. What does it look like?
All right, let me go over to the window. I don't have to look. I can look. It is, believe it or not, mostly cloudy. It's going to rain this evening. There's a big chance for evening showers. Be careful out there. The wind is blowing out of it's hard to tell. I'm going to go ahead and, there's a plane. Wind's going out of the east.
I think that's Tatum's plane going to Cancun.
Point for Toby!
Larry Bird would have played through an ankle injury.
Jaylen Brown is on the next plane going to pick up his big-ass bag of money.
You sure he's not going to dribble it off his foot?
No. Hey, for $295, it won't matter.
How many times can Jimmy Butler do the same thing to him?
He just ripped him clean.
Here's what I can't understand. The little poke. The little poke. And the temperature's gotta be, it's like 84 degrees.
Let's go to Smitty. Smitty in Salt Lake City. What's up, Smitty?
Yeah, baby. Hoo. How you doing, guys? Great Monday or Tuesday. I don't even know what day it is anymore.
What does it matter, dude?
How nice? Yeah, it doesn't matter. How nice is it to go to Boston in hockey and basketball and in their home court, and the quietness was the shock of the fans. So I kept going my remote to go back and look at the camera when they were showing the fans. I'm like, look at that. I love it. I love it.
JFA, put up Bill Simmons again on the Twitch feed. Just sad Bill Simmons. So sad.
Yes, it was. I had a guy out here, believe it or not, all the way here in Salt Lake City. I go to the supermarket the other day, and this is before Saturday's game, which don't even get me started about Saturday's game. And he's walking with his Celtic green jacket and his hat on. I got my Heat jersey on. He walked past me. I turned over. It's like, hey, what's going on, Boston fan? He's like, really? I got to see you guys all around here. And I says, we're everywhere. And he turned around and I said, hey, don't forget. Once we beat you guys over here, remember, we beat you in hockey too. And the guy was like, oh, man, you guys are terrible. You got to love it, guys. This is a great season. I'm going to Denver. I'm going to go to Vegas. I don't know yet. I'm still debating. I might even just go back home in Miami and watch the games down there. But this is a great time. Everyone enjoy it back home. It's just this is a Cinderella story, people.
It's awesome, Smitty.
Both teams.
Yep. It's an amazing time, Smitty. Thanks for the call. JFig, can you, by the way, JFig, where's your Goosey's level at? I feel like you've been very quiet for an NBA Finals clinching day.
I'm going to tell you what her problem is. The donuts.
The donuts were good.
Yeah, that's it, man.
It's a big donut.
That's a big ass donut, bro.
Dude,
Leroy brought donuts.
We got donuts the size of ring lights.
Also, my sleep levels are kind of...
Mine are non-existent.
I have a question. Is it called sleeping if you pass out?
No.
Nah, I ain't sleeping.
I feel like I'm going to pass out like a toddler after today. Just like
Well,
know,
I'm telling you, when I got
Nah.
out of, when I got out of the jacuzzi, because you drinking and BSing
How many
with
drinks?
all the
How
other
many drinks
dudes,
did you have?
huh?
How many drinks did you have?
So I kicked the day off at 11:30 with a Simply,
Oh, you're done, so.
right? Because I had to get something to eat. So I had a sandwich, and then I had a Simply.
Okay.
The Simply Peach. I had to try that.
Oh, Simply?
Yeah. That
is Simply Seltzer
No.
Yes.
no, it's not.
or is that Truly?
It's not seltzer.
Well, they
What's
they,
Simply?
lemonade
they
and
made one. Yes.
they don't have it. No, it's not a seltzer though. It got calories. Dude, listen. First of all, Simply is a black thing, right? Everybody all over America know about Simply lemonade, right?
We love lemon.
So it's like
Yeah.
a Mike's Hard Lemonade kind of thing.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Simply spiked peach.
Yeah. So I had one of those,
It does say hard seltzer though, dude.
and then
I'm
it's
telling
not
you,
a
it's
hard.
a seltzer.
It's 170 calories. That ain't a seltzer.
Carries?
And that ain't a seltzer.
-1.
All right. Anyway, so then about 2 made the chili, heated up the grill. Fonz was doing the hamburgers, hot dogs, hamburgers, mac and cheese, just basically, watch the game food. Then I had a hamburger at like 3:30.
Uh-huh.
Had to have a berry monkey, right? Then I relaxed a little bit more. Then people start coming over. I had another berry monkey. Then I had some rum.
So you were hydrated.
I stayed away from the tequila though. I don't mess with
More
it.
like dehydrated. but
Last
okay.
time I had
Depends.
last time
Depends how you look at it.
Both.
last time I drank tequila, I ended up with Goofy on my ass. So we ain't gonna do
Goofy. Wait, what?
Yeah,
Yeah.
He's got Goofy on the cheeks, right on his Lowry.
that. Yeah. And so
In the BBLs?
yeah.
The Big Butt Lowry?
Yeah.
Oh,
So-
my guy Low
so,
Dog
yeah,
with that
so
clutch
then-
jumper yesterday.
So then I had a little, sipping whatever, sitting in the jacuzzi. When I got out of the jacuzzi, because I didn't realize I got out for halftime to get into the pool because I was hot. I think I was seeing spots. And then I got back in the jacuzzi. And then when it was like a couple of minutes left to go in the game, I had to set the tone for people to get the hell up out of there. So I got up, start throwing trash away. The TV is like, a lot of flat screens are very light.
Mhm.
This TV weighs like
some girth
100
to
and
it.
something pounds, right?
Mm.
So we had to do that, put everything back, and then make sure nobody wasn't too, hammered to leave. We had a couple of stragglers.
Something you
Go
had to keep.
figures. Chip Boy had
Chip Boy Kyle.
Chip Boy seems like he's right up there with a guy who brought potato pie, not sweet potato pie.
no, he's not that bad. He's not that bad.
You're acting
He's
like
not.
he
He's not
is.
that guy. But I got to give him. I give him a hard time. Him and Fonz and his brother. He went to Bethune. His brother. That's funny because he's white. He went to Bethune. They call him Shaggy. That was his nickname. So, but yeah, I give him a hard time because most of those kids I've known since Fonz was in like grade school. So, but other than that, it was a great time. Everybody was, safe. We had fun. I love watching games with people because doing the show with you has prepared me
What?
for regular folks.
This is not fair. I don't like how everybody said. Vlad said the same thing. He's like, everybody that I watch the game with is like you.
Right.
And I'm like,
And
what
they
does
just-
that mean?
Because listen,
Bro, I'm trying to.
the game is 48 minutes. The first time something goes wrong, somebody yelled in the crowd, Scott Foster.
Dude!
I'm like, what?
Leroy.
I'm like, I said, dude, you couldn't point out Scott Foster if he showed
Oh, I
you.
know what he looks
And
like.
guess what he said? Yes, I can.
Ken,
That
right
guy.
there.
you
Right? It is so like I'm like, dude, the game is long. There's ebbs and flows to a game. Stop making it about one play in the first quarter and that you're winning by 10. Stop. Oh, look, here's it goes. You ready? They get it within the 9. Oh, you know Scott Foster and Tony Brothers, they're going
They
to make
tried.
sure that this game is close.
Oh,
Oh,
they
you know the league
See?
wants Boston.
You're doing,
tried.
you're doing the
that
same
third quarter.
thing.
I
That
heard
third
that's
quarter
it.
was fishy.
Look,
Leroy,
that's
you heard
it.
that, right? You heard the league wants to. I heard the league want Boston to win. They want.
Yes!
Of course they did. Of course they did. Of course they did.
I heard that.
So when we hear these things away from here,
Mhm.
and then we say
Well, I can say it
they're
now.
just like, and we say they're just like you. Why do you get offended when now you're saying the same exact stuff?
Because some stuff's just so obvious, dude. Like when you know when Scott Foster, what does he get to do every Heat game? Like get him out of here.
Well, we can't say they're undefeated. They haven't won a game with Scott Foster officiating.
What's
They
up?
won 2.
Miami Heat are overcoming a lot of obstacles in this postseason. What did Pat Riley said? All right, there are no obstacles. Well, there are tons of them, but there are none. That's it. That is deep. That is deep.
Why do I feel like I need
Maxwell, what's going on, dude?
Somebody need to be playing a bass.
Let me clear my throat for this one. Leroy. Hey, listen. A heat wave came into the Boston Garden, and there was 100% a precipitation chance because Ben Simmons was in the house because they were throwing up bricks left and right. Let me tell y'all, it was a great game last night. And I just got one question for y'all.
What is that?
Can you feel the heat down in your soul?
Feel the heat down
Hey.
in my soul.
Hey.
Can you feel the heat down in control?
I feel the heat there in
What's this,
control.
Bill
You can't
Cosby
do
and
it with them colors.
I feel it.
Can you see it?
I see it.
It's Miami Heat.
We can't be
Dude, oh my
It's
God.
Miami Heat.
Nick Carter and Aaron Carter are just churning their grave right now. Simon and Garfunkel are just
That is a
crying.
point.
And my screen went dead.
Hall and Oates are just disgusted by you right now.
J-Fig?
Maybe Hall, but not Oates.
Can you tell them apart? Oh, Daryl Hall's the blonde guy.
Just
And-
go one with the
Oates,
stash and the one without the
Oates
Yeah,
has
stash.
the
Oates had
mustache.
the mustache.
In the base.
Everybody knows
Also,
that.
Nick Carter's
Hall
not
and Oates
that
bit,
good
ladies and
either.
gentlemen.
I'm just saying that's just a I know he's alive, but it's a saying.
Patrick, what's going on, dude?
Hey, Boston, you want to come out and play? Yay! See, the thing is, they don't know who we are. They don't know. And let's not get happy. Let's pull out these receipts.
Yep.
Huh? I'm waiting on ESPN to start backpedaling, right? They don't see us. I'm never going to forget about Saturday, though. I fished the whole weekend just to get that out of my mind.
I mean, Derek White haunted me for a long time, dude.
I fished the whole.
You want to talk about conspiracy that drove people nuts? It was the clock. Everybody goes 2.8, 2.1. How much time was left? I don't know. Derek White. It was. I mean, thank God, because that is a loss if you lose this series. You never get over that.
I told you guys that. I was saying this. Look, I know if you had lost, I know your pain.
Yeah, you never.
I don't want you to feel that pain. That's a pain you don't want to feel.
Well,
No, you
here,
don't want to feel that pain.
Here,
3-0, you don't want to lose a 3-0 lead.
you don't want that.
3-0.
But I would say this, Vlad. We ain't on the same level, dog.
Of the Yankees?
7 finals
7 finals since 06.
since 06. Like, no.
What do you mean? What are you talking about? I'm comparing what happened to the Yankees and
He's just saying if it would have happened, though. If it would have
it would have happened,
Oof.
would have been bad.
But it's different. Like
the team, that fan base, that
baseball
market.
and basketball are different. But here's
It's the
what
only
I-
ha- but it's
here's
only
what
ha-
I like about New Yorkers.
That's the only time it's happened. To
Here's what I like about New Yorkers. You say what you're saying, yet you do realize that you are on the other end of that with your Giants twice against New England,
Oh, the catches.
a powerhouse.
Oh, it's not his Giants, though.
I'm just saying.
But that's you see, there's a difference though.
What?
That's a one game thing. This is a series.
It was just like I hate it.
If you
Even Kenny Smith yesterday was like, "Could you imagine if Larry Bird walks in here?" I'm just like, ugh.
yeah, they try
Is he
to.
gonna make a 3?
Like,
Because that's what they need. They don't need Larry Bird, the motivational speaker.
Well,
they need Larry Bird, the 3-shooter.
Well, guess what, Kenny? They didn't bring Larry Bird. They brought Jason Terry.
By the way, is everything okay with Larry? I don't like the way they show these commercials with Larry and Magic. And Larry was never the type of guy to show his rings and shine his rings and like.
Well, you remember they did that? Didn't he do that basketball, that McDonald's commercial?
Well, he did it with Mike. That was one thing. But Larry, all of a sudden,
I think Larry Bird wanted to get away from basketball the minute he had to get into a bidding war for Lance Stevenson. I think at that point he was like, you know what? I think I'm done being a GM. Enough of this. Hey. 560, you're on the air. What's your name?
Well, this is Reggie calling from Homestead.
Hey, Bill.
I just got in. No, seriously, I just got in. I was at the game.
That's cool. 560, you're on the air. What's your name?
Hey, it's GT Mike. I got disconnected. Did I get on the call again?
You're here, buddy. What's up? You're on the show.
Oh, what's up, y'all? I just want to say, Leroy!
Ooh, a lot of aggression in that. We're being a bit aggressive.
It's not really aggressive. I just want to know, you want to jump on with us, kiddo? You know,
jump on? Wait a minute.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying?
Okay,
see where this went? What do you mean? When have I been a hater?
You're only a doubter during the Bucks series.
I know you is, man. I'm just kind of, just trying to cast some glory. For the Chowderhead Nation that was out there, and they thought we were coming in there like we some scrubs. It just makes me laugh, man. They had to call Johnny Damon up yesterday. They had Paul Pierce there. They wanted to call Larry Bird to come in on a wheelchair. Man, do whatever you want, because at the end of the day, the mollywop felt real good. So all the big C's that are out there that are real quiet today, come out your shell, man, because we know you ain't nothing but just a bunch of chumps. Take it easy, y'all.
There you go.
Who's that? Dan, they know that guy? Chumps. Dan, they call people chumps.
Oh, man. JV, can you bring up Eric Spoelstra after Game 6? This guy's the best.
Tip this thing off right now. We wish we could tip this thing off right now. Right now, we want to tip this thing off. Let's play another 48 minutes, but we'll wait 48 hours and do this thing in Boston.
God, he's the best.
Goosey's galore.
That was Goosey's.
Goosey's galore.
I mean, have you ever seen double finger tap?
No,
of course you want to play now. You're at home. You're home. Of course you would love to play right now.
They had more success in Boston Guard.
That's true.
They had more in TD Guard, right?
You mean Kaseya Guard.
Summer House.
Everybody, not just the Heat.
I'm playing the T and TD stands for timeshare.
Yes, the Celtics break up Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown.
Yeah, should we break them up? What do you think, Wiggy? It's just not good enough, right? How about Derek White? Why don't we give him $300 million? I like his last name, White.
Point for
So you think they're definitely going to have a problem with Jaylen Brown?
Can you speak into the microphone?
I am.
You sound so muffled.
So they're definitely going to have a problem with Jaylen Brown.
I just, do you want to be here or don't you? It's like he was turning over on purpose yesterday. But who did it? White. He did it.
That man needs a hairline.
He's got a look going on.
I mean, yeah,
Oh, man. We'll take a quick break. Celebration continues. We'll get to some of your calls. 305-567-0560. Back up to this. They like to mingle. They like to mingle on the Tuesday, Thursday.
Co-workers
they like to mingle.
An actual audience.
We were trying to get to the bottom of
He got boxed in. That's what.
No, I didn't.
Yeah,
What were you trying to get to the bottom of?
So we have a coworker who's moving to Austin, Texas.
Okay.
Oh, that's right.
Right. And so I said, "Oh, you be, that's right near Texas." Right. And they both looked at me like I was crazy.
No.
What do you mean?
No.
Near Texas?
That's not what you said.
Go.
So we were talking about her moving to Austin, Texas. And he goes, "Oh, yeah, that's near Texas." That's how he says it.
The University of Texas.
You can see how we're like, wait, what?
No.
Yeah, I was very confused.
No,
I thought you were like saying it's not like the rest of Texas.
No,
but if that's
no,
how
no.
you said it. That's not proper.
Austin is Texas, right? Austin, that's where University of Texas is.
Yeah, I know, but you understand, like, by that, people are saying, like, no, it is in Texas. So you're doing like a Kansas City, Missouri thing there.
No.
Yeah.
No,
But there is a Kansas City, Kansas, and the Kansas City.
I'm aware. I know.
Right,
But
but you
but what
saying
you
Austin-
said, it was, confused. It's kind of like when you remember when we were in Texas and I didn't know what time it was. It's kind of
No,
the same thing.
Nothing was that stupid.
No, that was what are you talking about,
Can
dude?
I just tell you? Can I just tell you, if you would have said that around any other person, they would have asked you if you needed medical attention.
Never thought about it like that.
I'm just used to it.
Let's see what's going on these jokers on EEI.
I don't know who you were looking for deep on that bench last night.
Anybody that was going to shoot the ball better than they did. I mean, Tim, if you're going to keep him out there, he has to be a distraction, like pretend, like when you're hurting.
They call him a decoy.
The ball, Terrell Davis, but we knew that John Elway was going to run it in anyways. Or you know what I mean? It's like I was so disappointed in the fact that Jaylen Brown, he didn't do anything. How many times are you going to turn the ball over?
Well,
Many times.
Now I think you're on it because look,
Now you make a good point. How many times you going to turn it over?
Well, both of their guys turned it over, so it wasn't.
Yeah.
Tatum was dribbling it off of his legs too.
Oof. Terrible.
They all were.
You know what? But here's the deal.
Smart was terrible too.
Some of these situations, right? And I hate sports forces us to take one or two sides. You can either celebrate the team that forced them into those situations, or you can look at the team that failed and said that they couldn't do it.
Which is, by the way, the majority of what's going on today has been
Celtics.
Literally the only Heat discussion today nationally. We've had ESPN on both their shows, First Take and Get Up, both terrible. The only debate has been, should Jimmy have won the MVP? That's the only discussion.
And the second one, who had the harder road to the NBA Finals? That's the only discussion I've seen so far nationally about.
How's that even a debate? Who had a tougher road to the NBA
I don't even know why they had it. But
how is that even a debate? Who had a tougher road to the NBA
One
Finals?
team swept.
One team had to play their way into the playoffs.
I mean, that's kind of their fault.
It doesn't matter. It's still a tougher road.
But I'm just saying. So like, I'm one of those people, and we get into this argument all the time where you say, "Oh, the Heat needs to do this. The Heat needs to do that. Why didn't he do this?" And I'm like, sometimes the other team forces you into those situations. Like, for example, you notice the amount of hands and arms that reach at the ball anytime Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum have the ball.
Yeah,
because I guess the game plan is they can't dribble.
What frustrated me about this, and credit to them because they were able to flip the script on the Heat for those 3 games. I was like, man, especially the 2 games that to get to 3-2 on 4 and 5. I was like, man, that's what they do to you. You're usually the team that turns them over.
Right. Exactly. So now after it's all said and done, I'm going to still give the credit to the Heat. I'm not going to say, hey, Tatum and Brown showed up small or whatever. Yeah, because they had some defense in front of them.
Yeah.
They had hands and active hands and guys in front of them and things like that. So yeah.
But I gotta say though, from the time Caleb Martin hit that 3-point shot in the corner right in Giannis's face, he's always been a confident guy. Like, don't get me wrong.
Right.
But it went when he hit that and did the palm in the face celebration. From that point on, this man has been a terror. It's been, I will take any shot in any situation.
The cool thing is
at any point. And it's like, I expect them all to go in. And it's like, they barely, dude, when have you seen one touch the rim?
Right. It's been pretty amazing. But I would say this, is that when you think about back when that all started, right? When Tyler got hurt and you were forced to play Caleb a little bit more, right? I mean, listen, kudos to him for coming in and not relinquishing 1 second of extra time that he got. So while we can say, oh, suppose this and suppose that, all the credit needs to go to Caleb. Because that guy he was getting thrown around all year in a whole bunch of different situations.
A lot of guys could get bright lights. He's like, he was more.
Right.
Let me try this move to the rim.
Well,
let me try this.
The thing is, like, he went out there and played like, you know what? I'm the guy.
Yeah.
I'm the guy. I'm the aggressive guy.
Yeah.
I'm the guy that's going to take the big shot.
Look,
I'm the guy that's going to shoot the
Bam did a lot of stuff for sure. I mean, he's the anchor of the defense, but I mean, like, him on offense yesterday was a tough slide, and you could see like it was messing with him. There was one where Marcus Smart did that flop thing, fell right in front of him, and bam,
he didn't
go, and he wouldn't. Caleb Martin was like, "Oh, there's 3 guys here. Let me go through them." Doesn't matter.
Not only that, he was rebounding the last 2 games, 2
Yeah.
doubles. Like, he was giving you a complete game.
Right. I would also like it's amazing. Like I'm interested to see because this all worked out great for the Heat. This guy, I mean, this was, when you think about how this worked out for the Heat with Tyler getting hurt right at the time when Caleb was feeling himself and it worked out great. I don't think you mess with that in the finals. So I don't know if Tyler comes back.
The reports are they're
Third game.
targeting third game.
Right.
Return home.
So if he comes back, I think he gets the non-Caleb minutes.
I don't think Caleb's losing minutes to anybody. I think if it's anything, you'll play with, how's Duncan playing tonight? How's Kyle playing tonight? I think that's where it's going to spot him.
Okay.
But we don't know, dude, like we don't know. I think that's a big thing because we know how the moods of series can change.
Right.
We don't know. I don't think Caleb's going to, revert. Caleb's been amazing.
Is he going to start? Because
that's a good question.
Then I know you're recapping the Boston series, but you also have to look at
No, it's a good question, but I don't know. I think
Aaron Gordon.
It's tough because you have a lot of, you obviously wonder about the rebounding factor, but how can you limit the minutes of this guy? How?
I think you could take him off.
How can you take him off? How could you not start him at this point? Like
it would be the one thing that you can't do is when you live in a world where you earn it, right? You can't take it away. I think what Caleb has done through these playoffs is that every minute that he plays, the 30 or 40 minutes that he plays, he's earned those minutes.
I do think you have to play an interesting game in the first couple games of like, you don't want to do, hey, let's play 6 guys 40 minutes because you think it's gonna be a long series. Like that stuff happens in 5, 6, 7.
Right.
So
I got you.
I think but dude, this guy is. I mean, look, we are going to use the MVP. How do you not play the MVP the most minutes?
They don't win without him.
No way.
They don't win without him.
No way.
And so from that standpoint, and it was kind of a Andre Iguodala situation in that they kept letting him shoot it.
Yep.
They kept letting him shoot the three. He's like, all right, I'll shoot it.
You say so.
Hey, he was sitting out there. Look, he dribbled. Y'all really want me to shoot this? All right, I'll shoot it.